Today, we delve into a fascinating story. Will wonders how Lincoln manipulates voice like a game master, prompting police to quickly link 3 cases. The killer's path resembles a southern travelogue. Knowing missing children's details in the area might prevent another tragedy. Will thinks he can narrow it down since these kids all have Stockholm Syndrome, eagerly working for their new bosses. They believe that playing nice is their ticket to survival, but another psychologist, Alana, humbly disagrees. She leans towards the magical power of maternal love being the key point of the case, and suddenly, Will has an epiphany. Wait, he's a man. He plays the role of a mother hen, brainwashing the kids and getting rid of their families. After investigating missing children, Will finally locks onto a boy named. The detective leads his team to Chris, arriving just in time to halt the killing party, but Chris flees to the poolside. The real killer also slips out, pushing Chris to golf swing Will. Thankfully, the coroner raises his weapon and saves our hero. As the killer falls, Will's nightmare seems to finally end, but he has no idea that the girl he saved is gradually losing his way in the elaborately designed maze of Hannibal. One day, summoning up his courage, Will steps into Hannibal's kitchen, hoping he can rescue him, since Will's hallucinations are getting worse, even sleepwalking on the highway. Will's worsening condition provides Hannibal with an amazing opportunity to talk about being chosen for a big task. Jack, who is the devil, is undoubtedly a divine being. With just 2 sentences, Hannibal plants a seed of doubt in Will's mind. Soon, Will is whisked away by Jack because another broad daylight tragedy occurs. 2 victims are found, completely naked on their knees beside the bed, with their backs sliced up. What's even more entertaining is that the killer hung their skins from the ceiling with fishing line like a pair of on-demand human wings. To uncover the killer's true motives, Will taps into his special superpower. This is my responsibility. I allow you to be an angel. The coroner then discovers a boatload of anesthetics in the victims, clearly indicating the killer was well prepared for a bloody good time. At this point, Will speculates that the killer fears dating God in his sleep, so he manufactures angels to protect him. Will goes back to Hannibal for help, and while Hannibal analyzes the case, he nearly drives a wedge between Will and Jack. Jack offered US Vended Lifeline, plus L-32 psychological testing devices, want to tap into Jack Crawford's database. Hannibal's constant nudges are subtly changing Will's mindset. Before long, the killer strikes again, this time targeting a construction site security guard, whose skin is also made into wings. The police discover a man's secret beneath the corpse, almost like a special gift delivery. Yet this does not look like it belongs to the deceased. Will deduces the killer is indulging in some self-love. How you choose is a subjective question. If you don't like me, I didn't hear it. At this point, Will begins to feel a subtle dissatisfaction with Jack, sparking a mini suspicion war between the two. Soon, the coroner makes new findings on the 3 bodies, and the identities shock everyone. The 2 kneeling in that motel are top fugitives. All their registration details were fake, and even the car was stolen, truly a classic dog tale. And the victim in the second case is turned into a notorious criminal like a dinosaur transformation. Hence, the killer is doing God's work, creating angels with the body of a devil. How did the killer know the identities of these victims? The police quickly trace back to a killer named Budis from the Kansas. He was diagnosed with cancer 5 months ago, and his wife chose to leave him at a critical moment. Will tracks down Budis' wife, hoping to snag some mysterious clues. She claims Budis became short-tempered after getting ill, but she had to distance herself for the sake of the kids. Will then asks if Budis has a last name, and she replies earnestly that she doesn't believe in that stuff. Yet she often mentions odd phrases. Budis survived a big fire as a child, and his rescuer said an angel was nearby. Will and Jack arrive at the site of the fire to seek more clues, but what they didn't expect was Budis had already adorned himself as an angel. Will gazes at the enchanting scene before him and can't help but experience a flicker of envy within him. Because Budis chose to liberate himself, while all Will can do is help Jack solve cases, leading to his worsening condition. Then, Will tells Jack he doesn't know how much longer his body can hold out, suggesting it might be wise to quit. Looks like Hannibal had a point, cough cough. He's fallen into a devilish bargain with Jack. Will goes to Hannibal to vent again. Their relationship subtly shifts. Hannibal's busy planning a dinner for elites. He indiscriminately dismembers 3 bodies. Hannibal's unique methods leave premier department stumped. One day, Hannibal goes out for groceries. Because he didn't hold a timely dinner party, he gets stopped by a charming friend. He complains about not being invited by Hannibal, who replies he'll surely invite everyone once he has his leadership. Suddenly, a bearded man leaps from the crowd, eager to befriend him, while his black boyfriend looks green with envy. A week later, police receive a report, a body tossed into the bathtub post-smash, with the kidneys mysteriously vanished into thin air. Will taps into his empathy again and discovers the killer isn't harming people but actually trying to save them.